Hi everybody, my name is Tyler, that's Alex. Today we're going to be reviewing Demondice's new EP, Shut Up Get Happy. I recently obtained it by purchasing the merchandise, and I want to review it with Alex. We've already listened to the EP multiple times by ourselves, and now we're going to be reviewing it together, and hopefully we can come up with some relatively smart input about it. So here we go with the first track.
Be warned, if I look like a sweaty nerd, it's because I am sick right now.
And keep in mind, there is cursing. So, Jesus, don't ban me.
No children!
Okay, we're gonna stop right there because I need an outlet now. Demondice works a restaurant job that has some particular conditions. Am I right, fellas?
Yep.
And why the reason why they wrote a lot of this album is that these conditions aren't particularly nice sometimes. And I think we're gonna continue now.
Really?
Oh.
I like the beginning. Like, just the lyrics of the beginning.
Yeah.
They are very nice sounding to me.
I do want to say, just to start this off, the instrumental is very nice. Very nice. Every instrumental is very nice on this album.
Yes.
Alright, let's continue here.
Hi, it's been a minute since we had a chat, but...
Alright, it has been a minute since we've had a chat. Okay, well, under this restaurant, there was 2 albums dropped by this restaurant chain that were relatively okay, in my opinion. Demondice's previous album, Alcatraz, which came out in 2020, is significantly better than those 2, in my personal opinion. Alcatraz has very good songs. Very good. Anyway.
Eventually, actually. I do intend on doing a little video or something on You're an Ace Kid, because I love that song.
Oh, yeah? Well, I mean, we'll just do Alcatraz. Anyways. Continuing.
Time is finna end it, finna make it fast. Your success is a bitch, why complain that you're lucky the best? When you're rich and you're famous and fucking depressed. Stuck in a mess, I pretend suppers in the trash. Got a couple ins and outs that don't involve crashes. So ask me, so how have you been? Did you want fiction, addiction, a public mental snapping?
Alright, I think we should talk more about this. There was a live stream that happened after this album came out. I think it was after the 4th track got a music video released on YouTube. Should be when it came out. But they talked about how this track was written when they first joined Restaurant Corporation.
Yep.
And it was really about all the ridiculousness because, you know, a lot of the customers at this Restaurant Corporation were very not cool.
I'd also like to appreciate, not sure if this is intentional, but comparing their work to a restaurant job, ins and outs without crashes.
Yeah. I mean, it's just gonna be the easiest way to talk about it without doxing them. So, anyways.
Yeah.
How did this happen? You're ready to rattle some bones, taking our dip to follow a script and never look back at the demons at home. Ain't a shame inside the brain like this, too bad you ain't a keeper. Changing difficulty midway through the game to be a sleeper. Just pretend it's nothing and under this once.
I do want to say the production from this to Alcatraz is... I know this is only 4 songs and Alcatraz is 7, 8, I don't remember. I do think the production got very good for this being only 4 songs and however many minutes long, but we're gonna pull this video out to 50 minutes somehow. Anyways.
Sing one thing, I never stop. One thing, always one thing. I'll always keep wanting more. What is a man to a king and a king to a cat? What is a cat to a devil? Putting up a facade. I need an outlet now. I need to write this down.
Dear diary, I'm still a fucking basket case. I say I'll keep on trucking, but the fact is cars don't run in space.
I like that line.
Neither does my father's car run at all.
Yeah, I like that line because, you know, they can't keep going because cars don't run in space. I like that line. It's a relatively good line.
I can sort of relate to that because everybody's always pushing us as, you know, individual people. We can all relate to that line, I feel. We keep trying to go further and go further, but there just comes a point that we can't, and it's still demanded of us.
Because, I mean, technically, on a technical scale, the highest point humanity ever made was in outer space. I mean, supposedly, but we're not gonna get into that one, Chief.
Also, Tyler.
Huh.
I should warn you, whenever you minimize your window, it pauses the stream.
I know it does.
Well, there are some lyrics that have been skipped for me because of it. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay. Cool.
I'm feeling angsty and thankless and like I fell from grace and zero gravity, having me thinking like I got no place I'm dating. The crowd is waiting, but my internal rating is what kind of shady it's lately. I'm just an alien sailing on my self-made BS that I shell. I tell my fans they'll do well, shut from the mouth and I dwell. But does this ring any bells that I don't mention the hell and change the topic from the hot tip that they probably won't sell? I paint a pretty little image, it looks swell from a distance, but
let's talk about that pretty little image. It looks swell from a distance line, am I right?
Yeah.
I will keep it maximized from now on. Sorry. I was minimizing it because I only have one monitor right now because the second one died on me.
I know.
But I do want to say that line, it shows how much, they're idolized at their, restaurant job for being used. I kind of mean used, it seems, a little bit. It reminds me of the part in Dogs by Pink Floyd where Roger goes completely off topic and he starts talking about how I feel a little bit confused. To me, it just seems like I'm being used or something like that. I haven't listened to Dogs in a while, so. But I mean, good Pink Floyd song. But I just wanted to bring that point up.
Really quick.
Oh.
I feel like that the line we just discussed about it looks well from a distance and all that could be applied to really most successes in life, because just literally take your average rich man, for example. You are all alive. You all have rich men somewhere. And you probably think, wow, their life is beautiful. And then on the inside, it's probably more like, how the fuck do I get out of this?
Yeah, the wall.
Although we'll get to more how the fuck do I get out of this on a later song in this album.
Yeah, I mean, actually, that's like a good concept because technically Pink on the Wall would be, he's a rock star. I mean, he's probably rich and famous. But anyways.
Nobody in existence.
Gotta bring up The Wall. Very catchy song, by the
way. Really quick, can you pause?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this has any significance, but this is something that I sort of recognized a moment ago. The beginning of the chorus is wanting, getting, wanting, I never stop, and, you know, I believe that semi-loops then has a second variation on the last of the loop. Then it cuts, what is a man to a king? Man wants to be a king. King to a god. King wants to be a god. God to the devil putting up a facade. Which you can either take it that the god wants to be the devil because it allows them to self-indulge, or the devil wants to be the god because then they're all powerful.
Yeah.
I just find it beautiful that that is a literal cycle of wanting, getting, wanting.
Yeah. I mean, that's just being a smart lyricist, which I think Karen is a very good lyricist.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. With some of the songs on Alcatraz, Jesus Christ. Very smart lady.
Bilingual rhymes, folks. It's beautiful.
There is none of that on this album, but
Sadly.
once me and Alex get to Alcatraz, which we will, trust me, we will, There is bilingual rhymes, and it's fucking nutty. Anyways.
I need a ride at this town.
Just pretend it's nothing and into this one sing, get sing, one sing. I never stop one thing, always one
I'm gonna let the rest of the track play.
wanting more.
Unminimized
I can't work out, I tell them dice, don't believe in, so what are the odds? I get my outlet now. I gotta ride at this town.
Alright, that's the end of the first track. Hello everybody, welcome back from the abrupt cut. My computer crashed. That is
the final cut.
That is the absolute truth. That my computer crashed. You did just see me and Alex's Discord's names. If you want to know, they're Roger Waters and Zong Linan. So
Zonglinon.
So if you want to find us, go ahead. We won't care. Anyways, now is the second track, and it's called "Take the Bait," and it should play now. You hear it?
Yepper.
All right.
Remember, no minimize.
No minimize.
Also, this goes fast.
Yes.
Just be ready.
I don't got the time or the patience. A bank slips money from the ground when you die, though it ain't shit. Slipping on ice, would you like a crisis? Whining over fuck nothing drama when all life is suck. Gonna spin a rock middle of the void, losing marbles of a Twitter talk. Cause you got annoyed that I got a voice, that I made a dumb fucking choice. I'm sucking little boys, getting bored with the toys. So I am not your daughter, your wife, or your role model.
Alright,
You are
we're
my
gonna
boss,
stop
my mom,
right
my
there.
dad.
I am not your wife, your boss, or your role model. That relates to restaurant job.
Restaurant job customers.
Restaurant job simps.
Yes.
Some people simp for the food at the restaurant.
And some people simp for the cooks.
Yeah.
That line is directed towards those who simp for the cooks.
Yes. At least we believe it is.
Yes.
And you're
Also,
gonna reassess if the shit makes
I always hit play right when you say also.
I know, it's beautiful.
Alright.
God, we missed out most of the beginning there, but there is a lot to unpack in my mind. Let's see. Alright. I don't got time or the patience or the bank slips. Money from grind when you die, though it ain't shit. Just they don't have enough of any of it, even with restaurant job.
Yeah.
Whining over fuck nothing drama when all life is stuck on a spinning rock middle of the void.
I like the line "losing your marbles on Twitter over that I got a voice." Now,
Yes.
that would go back to very late 2020, I believe. If this is my memory working perfectly. It was either 2020 or 2021. I remember during their time in restaurant job, some people got particularly mad at her. Not the recent one, the one from a while ago. They got mad how easy it was for people in Hololive to get a voice, pretty much. And that they don't put any work in, which, I mean, they do and they don't.
Can I make a little joke here about the wall, by the way?
Okay, make a wall joke.
Slipping on ice, would you like a crisis? Where have we heard about ice?
If you should go skating. Anyways, are you ready to
Yes.
continue?
We are.
I'm gonna play 30 seconds, so we'll be at a minute.
sad. Why they gotta beat on us just cause they be bored? Wipe the Dorito dust off that keyboard. Give it a thought or two cause I am as odd as you. I cannot deliver even have what they promise you. No, don't get angry, listen, that's what they want. They sniff out those who react to their fiction. Isn't that how they hunt? This is the internet. May I snap back and call you up? Don't say that. So cool and untouchable.
Don't say
I
that.
don't give a
Don't say that. I like that line. I like that
Yes.
because in the time period we live in now, let's face it, the internet, we're extremely censored. Let's just face it.
I can pull out this strand of hair and somebody in North California is going to
I'm gonna
murder me
cancel
for it.
you. I'm gonna cancel you because you pulled out a hair and that offended me.
In fact,
My father, he liked Fortnite. That's
see, these strands of hair?
bro.
Somebody's going to yell at me because
Canceled.
somebody else is bald and I just abused my hair.
You just abused bald people. My dad's gonna take offense to that. Anyways, let's continue.
Really quick before we continue, I did it before you pressed play this time. I'd like to call attention to the lines, wipe the Dorito dust off that keyboard, give it a thought or two, because I'm as odd as you, I cannot deliver even half what I promise you. The customers, the really overly devoted customers, sort of
Simps.
treat the cooks as gods, in a way.
They're
Or at least try to view them as such. They also try to view them as romantic partners and such, but we are not getting into that quite yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I feel that line is sort of telling them, A, to get a life, wipe the Dorito dust off the keyboard, B, that the cooks are human too.
Yeah.
They're not just puppets, they're not gods, they're literally humans. They are as odd as we are.
Yeah.
Because we are as odd as each other.
And I think that could tie into the controversy from the other week. With the people who were mad about the dude who left a bad review of the restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gave
Anyways.
it 3 stars instead of 5s, and the customers got pissy.
Yeah. Anyways, are you ready to continue?
Yes, just wanted to call attention to that.
Fuckable, better than you any day front is a dumb stunt. And damn, I got tired. The chains of fame have my brain flying much higher than desired. But no shot, she's gonna bitch and whine about being famous. You do not get to turn around and dip like half where the blame is. Listen.
I tell myself that life is good. Life is good.
How shall I fill the final places? I'm gonna just stop that real quick. I want to talk about some of this.
Check on... it's ready. Brewing tea, by the way, so y'all know why I just got out of my chair.
When we talk about this album, they tell themselves life is good, and very relatable statement. Agreed?
Agreed, because, you know, giving in to the bad is being realistic, yes, but if you become complacent in what you are in, you're never going to get out of it.
Yep.
Basically, the phrase, surround yourself with shit, you're going to smell like it, which that is used for friend groups, but I feel like that's actually applicable here. If you become content with the hell you're in, or even the spot you're in, whether it's not hell or is hell, you're never going to get higher.
Yeah.
You may never get lower, but you're never going to improve either.
Yeah.
So I sometimes even being unrealistic is the better option, because at least then you have something to shoot for.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. That's kind of what I wanted to go on a tangent, but you did a better job, so.
It's also sort of the phrase, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. You won't get to the stars, but you'll get somewhere better.
Yeah. Alright, let's continue here.
Life is so good. Yeah. Turn the noise down.
My stereo audio just cut out on my headphones. Oh, it's back.
Life is good. Keep your voice down, never shout go. Shut up and eat your food.
I'm an android mumbling, got no swag. I see sad boys stumbling and take a jab. The tabloid ruffians plunge daggers in. Your obsession with professionalism is staggering. What kind of lifestyle you imagining? What kind of stress do you think I'm managing? What has the algorithm handed them? Rules and we cannot abandon them. We gotta shut the hell up and not say a goddamn word. While the rest of the world.
Okay. The algorithm handed them, right? I'm a little confused by that line, right?
Yeah.
I don't...
May I offer what
I
they
don't-
think it could be about?
Yeah.
Alright, so, I think its meaning sort of begins, what kind of lifestyle are you imagining? Stress do you think they're managing? Then, to the algorithm handed them. I think it's sort of, as mentioned in Wanting, painting a better picture than it actually is. Because the algorithm latches on to what's good, what will become popular.
Yes.
And people, although pessimistic as hell these days, they don't want to hear about the bad. They don't want to hear about how this job is soul draining,
want
how it's
good,
literally
good,
taking
immediately
every ounce
good.
out of them. They want to hear about all the positives. They want to see all the positives, all the friendly interactions with the other cooks. So the algorithm sort of spoons feeds them this perfect reality of perfect imagery and perfect speech. What kind of lifestyle you imagining is sort of back to wanting also, man to king, king to a god, blah blah blah. We imagined their life as glamorous, as good, as lavish, as they want to do something, they can. They're big and they're rich. Then it sort of reminds us that they're human with what kind of stress do you think I'm managing? Some people probably don't understand that these people can feel stress. My father personally doesn't. But there are also a lot of people who realize, damn, a lot has to go into this.
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to take a minute to analyze that line a little bit.
Peace.
Cause to be heard shit is absurd, I'm done. Cringe. I'm still learning, gotta have a little
Cringe.
Cringe.
fun while shit's burning. Though I am hurting as I go off, shit feel dirty. Wanna turn around, say I'm sorry. Reversing just isn't working. The third thing saying la la la. Closing your ears and ignoring is not a sure thing. Surefire way to deflect hate back in the day. I was like you screaming, don't take the bait. Wait.
Okay. Yeah, that goes to something they were talking about in the live stream about how, oh, just ignore the people being assholes. I mean, you're still gonna see it, whether you want to ignore it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we were both messed with it when I still went to the actual high school.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were both messed with, and as much as you try to ignore those people, they'll never stop.
Yep. And it's actually a point you've tried to make to me, and I've sort of responded the way the song has in the past that, yeah, I don't need to listen to them, I don't need to see them, but they're still going to be there. It's not going to go away. If you sit beside a fire, you're still going to feel its warmth, whether you acknowledge the fire is there or not. Create fire, I shall.
Yeah. Anyways, let's continue.
Yes.
Dude, we're already at like 27 minutes of footage. I am gonna have to edit this down.
We're at the perfect amount.
Oh.
Context the wrong flex says I don't appreciate. The shit is great, get to create, but that don't take away a bitch right to complain. Be straight. Look, everybody wants clout, everybody wants to live forever.
Alright.
That has to be the favorite part of of this song for me. And let me go into depth why. Literally sent Tyler earlier.
He did.
That part alone.
He did.
Also got into the part of closing your eyes, not a sure way to deflect hate and such. But after the wait, basically this is saying, if I say that without sort of explaining myself, people are going to think I'm not appreciative of what I have and what I have earned. Which, obviously, they are. They've put a lot of time, a lot of effort, probably a decent amount of money into this. However,
I don't know how much that money statement is, but...
that's why I said probably put money.
Speculation.
Like, by probably put money, I mean, like, in order to get certain equipment upgrades and such. Yeah. But anyway.
Yes.
Says I don't appreciate the shit is great get to create, but that don't take a bitch right to complain. We straight. I find that beautiful, because once again they acknowledge they do appreciate it. They do appreciate what they have, what they are able to do, but they are still human. They still get to complain.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it this way: you're an employee at a restaurant. You're a manager at a restaurant. Both of you could have a bad day at work. However, the manager is not expected to complain by the employees because, oh, you're above me. You're able to do so much more and have so much more. And the manager is like, bro, shut the fuck up. A bad day is a bad day, no matter who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Alright.
We're in the cloud, but we talk big, then we dish the joint. Cancel every little wrong for the PC points. This song never gonna change a thing. What people do, all the same words on a screen to you. Climb a mountain or skydiver sees the day. I wanna get away. I wanna get the fuck away now.
Very true. I mean, I don't know how credible this is, but I've been seeing some stuff over Twitter that this is one of the best-selling albums on iTunes right now. I think which is very, very nice. Very, very nice, very evil. I've been saying that because of the Danhausen wrestler, dude. Oh my god. Very nice, very evil. It's very nice and very evil that this song is getting that many plays, because it really is. This album, well, just this album in general, is a great album, and it makes me really happy that people are actually purchasing it to support the artist, because that's my biggest gripe with streaming music. You are supporting the artist, but buying their album is actually supporting them and really enjoying. Dude, these are 2 Tom Petty CDs my dad bought in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
To an artist, and Tom Petty died, but to an artist, owning a CD of their album, or a vinyl, or a tape — I don't have any tapes or vinyl near me right now, but I have plenty of vinyl records — that's a lot more. That makes an artist know that you actually care about their music a lot more, and I think it's really cool that people are actually buying this album. Sorry,
Yes.
off topic.
Really quick before you press play again. I'd like to point out some more juicy lyrics.
Alright.
So, we talk big, then we ditch the joint, cancel every little wrong for the PC points. Song's never going to change a thing. What people do, all the same words on a screen to you. Beautiful. Literal gold.
Yeah.
In my eyes. Because, I believe this song actually, this very song, mentioned losing our minds over Twitter talk. Cancel every little
They're out
wrong.
there.
Mm-hmm. And for the PC points, yes, because you can get a lot of people to like you simply by critiquing every individual thing that somebody has done wrong.
Dream, breathe wrong.
Look at how many people out there who are becoming famous simply by going, I don't like the way you have done this.
I don't like that you screenshotted my NFT.
That's a separate topic.
Yeah, we'll talk about that some other time.
Yes, I just find that really, really nice. And the song even acknowledges calling it out's not really going to change much. Join the roster of everybody else who has complained about it, because it is literally just words on a screen, and that's why it happened. I could send a death threat to homie Tyler right now, and all it is text. That's the power of the internet.
Just so you know, he didn't send me an actual death threat. It's just gibberish.
Yes, but that's why it happens so often, because we can feel the disconnect. Our lives aren't on the line on the internet, usually. We're not going to face physical repercussion for what we do on the internet.
Yeah.
But in real life, it's a totally different story.
Yeah. Alright, are we good to continue now?
Yes.
Alright.
I tell myself that life is good. Life is good. Life is so
Optimus
good.
Prime.
Yeah. Turn the noise down, drown it out. Life is good. And keep your voice down, never shout good. Shut up and eat your food, girl.
This bitch hit her own face, but it didn't say it's your guts if you're a man.
I don't really have anything to say about the chorus again, because it's Life is Good. We talked about it earlier.
I'm not so much talking about the chorus as talking about something I brought up earlier. Earlier, I forget for exactly what, but we mentioned them trying their hardest to get away from the life they created will come up later. Right before that chorus, they brought up that they want to get away.
I mean, technically, would that really mean, though, that they want to quit restaurant job?
Probably not, but still.
I
think more so they'd like to get away from the stress for a little bit. You know how artists can take breaks and such?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, verse 3, this part makes me really happy too.
Okay, here we go. Verse 3. I'll just play the whole thing. Alright. Here we go.
Then say mainstream rap's all club shit stays. Tell you for the last time that I never fucking said that. If this is the only time that I can never snap back, I'm across the line. I don't mind that the mainstream side ain't shit. Be all daydreaming, thinking that made my shit fake. You gon' stay screaming, thinking we don't make mistakes. We as a me and the other idols, our fans taking no recital. It's real from the AM. Vital opinions, better not say them. This is the business of contents and mayhem. But we keep dancing just like monkeys. Can I get an amen?
Alright, that's pretty much the end of that verse.
Yep. It is literally the end of that verse.
I feel that her hating her fans would go back to the previous week statements, though. I'm not saying that that's what is said, but I mean, when she agreed with certain customer, I mean, her fans thought she said she didn't appreciate what she had and hated her fans and stuff like that, which I don't think that's true. She obviously loves her fans.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, what they idolize her as dad. Oops, that gave away too much.
Can I mention something actually interesting I
Yes.
noticed about this song now that you brought up the dad thing?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Going all the way back to verse 1, I believe. Where is it?
It says, "I'm not your mom." Is that what you're gonna...
Yeah, it says, I am not your daughter, your wife, role model. You aren't my boss, mom, or dad. But more so the I am not part. Never says that they're not their dad.
That was smart on her
endearing.
part. That was smart
Yeah,
on
I
her
find
part.
that really endearing, personally.
Alright, well, let's play this last chorus once you're ready.
So, last thing about verse 3 that I really love, especially the beginning segment, it sort of captures to me the way that since they're on such a high platform, so idolized and all that, they say one little thing, it becomes entirely misconstrued. It is the law. Oh God, they critiqued one little thing, so now they hate all of it.
Yeah.
It's something that plagues the famous, in my mind, because people hold their word to such a high standard. They can't really say that they don't like pizza, or else someone somewhere is going to think they're critiquing Rome and Italy. It's just insane.
Yeah, let's play the last chorus.
Can I get an amen?
Can I get an amen?
Thank you.
I tell myself that life is good. Life is good. Oh, yeah.
Once again,
Life is
I do want
good.
to talk about the production of this
Life
album. I'm
is
going to keep it playing
good.
because the track's almost over.
So good.
Really quick, can I comment on that last chorus?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I feel to me that it's sort of like a down chorus, which is something that's used a lot in song. For context, down chorus is basically just the chorus, the melody, the drums, sometimes less, sometimes more, but basically less than everything else on the album. And as you'll notice, that chorus in particular has a couple less instruments and is generally, soft-spoken compared to the rest.
Yeah.
Just wanted to point that out.
Now that we're at the end of the second track, which, once again, I want to say the production on this album is excellent. I love it. I want to go talk about a track on Alcatraz real quick, just to relate to this album. I feel...
An aside, if you will.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about it. You're an Ace Kid. We'll talk about that song
I know.
later. But I want to talk about Sick Out of Fashion because I think I told you the other week when we were playing Minecraft that I feel that song was slightly hypocritical of their current appearance, because there's a specific line along the lines of I'm not some candy-coated bitch you can adore on, which I feel at Restaurant Job they are kind of that. I mean, they are the Grim Reapers, so...
If I may interject really quick, I'm not too sure if that makes them entirely a hypocrite, because to me they're a lot more human than the rest of the cooks at Restaurant. Like, sure,
Yeah.
do they put on a little show here or there?
I
Yes,
mean, they all
they
have
probably
to,
do.
Probably.
But they don't make their entire food the show. They have bits of themselves and then parts where they get a little flashy. And then all the others are like, yes, cover everything up. Make it an entirely separate person for the customers.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that it's not most, bleh. Sorry about that. I don't think it's entirely saying that they are not a role model or anything, just sort of that they're realer than the other cooks.
And I mean, you got to keep in mind that album was recorded before Restaurant Job, so I don't know how long before Restaurant Job, but it was pretty close, I think. I don't know. I'd have to look. But anyways, let's go to track 3, which is the longest track on the album. This video is 35 minutes long.
I
it's
also
40,
believe
my
that
bad.
this track is the only one with no swears, which I find quite interesting.
Another thing is, we did mention that earlier, never mind. No Japanese on this album. It's just a little interesting to me. Anyways, continuing. Once again, instrumentals are very nice, very evil. Yes, yes.
I can't relax at all these days. I haven't for the longest time. I manage it, but where's the line where I'm dying? I'm paused, suspended like an apparition, without a moving on condition. I'm sick of all the lies, suspicion. I won't find the peace I've been missing, so don't run away with me. I'm a lost cause. Need to be tossed the soft edge. Behavior reach for more time. It's never really been on my side. No heaven for the sins of my pride. In just another moment, the dark hour beckons, and that's where I hide.
Alright, I just wanted to end it there because we let it play for like 50 seconds. Thank you for
Yes.
sending the lyrics.
You're welcome.
I don't have anything to say. Do you?
I'll see once I'm done setting the lyrics. Really quick, without relation to lyrics, I fucking love the instrumental on this. Just so nice. I could probably fall asleep to just the instrumental alone. I could probably fall asleep to the song itself.
I mean, I'm
fall
gonna be
asleep.
real. Laid back grooves is like that shit just gets to me. I love Japanese city pop from the 80s, 70s, and 90s because that stuff's just laid back grooves in my mind. I mean, some of it isn't, but I mean, there's bass lines. Boop, 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 boop. I'm just playing games. I know that's plastic love. Sorry. But I just love laid back grooves, dude. They fucking,
Very nice soup.
Yeah, very, very good soup. Oh, that's some good
Almost-
sauce, Arthur.
Almost as tasty as this tea.
Yeah. So you don't really have anything to say?
I do actually have something to say about the
Alright.
lyrics thus far.
Pogs.
Okay, so 2 things actually. Can't relax at all these days. Haven't for the longest time. I manage it, but where's the line where I'm dying? Once again, sounding like a broken record now. Lot of stress for their work. Sort of having to conform themselves to a casket, I'm going to call it. They have to be in a casket and they can't let out how they feel. Take the Bait even mentions it, if I can find the lyric really quick. Vital opinions, better not say them.
Super.
I know there is another part about it. Really quick. Okay. It's going to take a bit too long for me to find it, but just, they can't relax, they can't let it out. Wanting mentions the need an outlet, which I feel music is their outlet. This is literally what the entire album is, but...
I mean, and that relates to The Wall once again, because The Wall was kind of Roger's outlet for how he had a distaste for the Animals tour, and it made him very angry.
Firework. Some lines I personally love in the first verse as well is "No heaven for the sins of my pride." Beautiful.
I'm gonna let another minute play because this song is really long compared to the other ones, and we're already getting on like 50 minutes for a 12-minute album.
The Wall's gonna be a fun video, folks.
Yep. All right.
Somewhere beyond the darkness, a song in the night as the light was part. It's been another hazy, lazy, sober
minimize.
So bring a lover in the form of a shadow play. If only once
I didn't minimize it that time.
Oh.
Reality. Yeah, defiance, my eyelids refuse to close. And there's a dream plays a song out of tune, suppose it goes. Dark hour, lullaby, all five of my senses unalive.
I don't know. I feel this song goes back to the first two a lot so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad track, but this one, and knowing what plays next, because I mean, I love the fourth track.
Yes. We'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry, young one. We're close.
I mean, I just don't have much to say about this one.
I could probably find something, but once again, without really getting into meaning of the lyrics, once again, love instrumental, love chorus. This chorus, very nice.
I think the chorus is good. I'm not vibing with this track. The instrumental's cool. I'm just not vibing with the lyrics. I mean, that's my problem with Us and Them by Pink Floyd. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad by saying this, but I genuinely just lyrically I don't like the song. I love the instrumental. I love the saxophone, everything like that, right? My main critique used to be After Money. It's a really slow song in my mind. And I think that might be why people think Money doesn't fit on Dark Side of the Moon.
It's an issue of timing and contrast.
Irrelevant, but...
I personally can't say the same for this track. I really like this track, and I think it works beautifully, especially being the song before Fake Ass Gold, but...
Yeah, Fake Ass Gold, very good track. Alright,
It's sort of like the writing principle that if you have constant action, it's going to wear out eventually. So you need to have some moments of rest so the next bit of action will feel impactful.
I mean, you're very right on that. I mean, I'm about to pull out a wacky example, but, I mean, I feel like on the album Journey Frontiers, Separate Ways is a very fast-paced track compared to Send Her My Love, and then it's back to Chain Reaction, which is another fast-paced track. And then After the Fall, I'd say, is a slower-paced track compared to Chain Reaction. And then Faithfully, which is a very slow song compared to the fast ones.
Oh my god, I look much better now.
Yeah. Anyways, but I was just saying, I mean, I get your point. I'm going to continue playing the track now.
Alright.
Just the one and only lonely mind. Wanna be under wonder spell, lost in a diamond crusted round inside of a jewelry box mind. I wanna spend some time wild, looking straight into those eyes. Can never really seem to reach you. Look like for a chance to breathe you. When I tried, I'm stopped. Impervious to soreness, thankless.
I'm going to stop right here because I actually have something relevant to say. For some odd reason, the vocals on this track remind me of an earlier Demondice song. I gotta look it up. Oh, yes, thank you, Google, for not being the big enough size where it'd show up where Alex is.
Wait, what?
I have my camera set up in a really special way for you to have video.
Ah, okay.
What's the song called? It's
On the topic of songs sounding similar to other songs, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I swear I have heard the choruses like flow before.
It sounds like Words I Could Say to You by Demondice. I think it was off their second album. Second EP, whatever. But reminding me a lot of Stevie Nicks, too, from Fleetwood Mac. And
I don't know the Demondice song you mentioned yet, or Fleetwood Mac, but just the chorus's flow and some other parts of the flow in the song remind me of other songs I have heard. And I'm not sure if it's because it's inspired by a song or if it's because it sounds so similar to many songs that I cannot put my finger on it. I don't mean it in a bad way. Just interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to listen to it a couple of more times to really enjoy this track. I do like the instrumental. I do believe I will enjoy this track. I just gotta listen to it a couple more times because I've only listened to this album twice.
Yes.
And some people like songs faster than other people. I've just had to listen to Us and Them 20 times. Anyways.
A servant to the bored and anxious, and you're my blanket. My brain is a puzzle, thinking why am I like that?
Rubik?
The flame is a muzzle, and I cannot fight back. I strike a little match to watch the flame flicker, and pray that my rise finally dies and ends quicker. Guns in my chest, but it's not for me. Trigger finger toward the mess I made mentally. I take a shot, put the glass down, descend in a dream where every minute of my time made behind the screen repeats.
Pause.
Every minute of my time behind a screen. Restaurant job.
Really quick, may mention some things I find neat. Okay. So, pray that my rise finally dies or ends quicker. I'd say they're still on the rise of their career. Don't think they've quite reached the peak in restaurant yet.
I would say that the follower growth in restaurant has definitely slowed down from the first couple of months. But
Yes.
one of the particular employees, one that is a shark, is actually technically the highest grossing YouTube channel of all time now. So,
Damn.
yeah, that's not a joke.
Bro, the shark shat on PewDiePie.
Yeah. Well, they're not the most subscribed, but they
I know.
gained the most subscribers in however many months.
But I'd like to point that part out in particular because it mentions in Take the Bait, want to get the fuck away now. And once again, they probably don't want to lose it all, but this is a vent album. We can say some pretty strong things when we're venting. And I feel that it sort of makes sense and connects to Take the Bait a little.
Yeah.
Also, some lyrical niceness I like. Gun to my chest, trigger finger, I take a shot, put the glass down, descend in a dream. Goes from bullet gun, or bullet, gun bullet, there we go, gun bullet shot, shooting a gun, to alcohol shot, and just, oh.
Yeah.
Very nice lyricism right there.
Agree. Yeah. Anyways.
Unminimize.
Oh, I haven't had it minimized.
Oh, damn.
Just haven't played it yet.
Alive of my senses, unalive, snuff out our light. Just the one and only lonely mind. Wanna be under wonder spell, lost in a diamond crusted realm inside of a jewelry box mind. I wanna spend some time.
Wait a second.
Somewhere beyond the
Alright,
dark.
I'm gonna stop.
I have a question now. Funny, if you will.
Okay.
Want to be under wonder spell, lost in diamond crusted realm, side of a jewelry box mine. They want to spend some time. Next track is Fake Ass Gold. And they mention trading success for a road paved in it. Then they also mentioned that it is not paved in such things, it is paved in what you make. Do you think that has any correlation, or is my brain tripping?
Your brain's tripping. You're sick.
Fair.
But that might just be me.
I found that kind of interesting, because lost in a jewelry, or diamond encrusted realm, jewelry box mind. Then the next track is literally Fake Ass Gold. My brain kind of went, unga.
Yeah. I think this whole album ties into itself very well. But not literally like Pink Floyd albums where every song fades into each other, and unless you have to flip over the record.
And the entire album loops into itself.
The wall. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
D-wall. Alright.
There's a song in the night as the light resparks. Somewhere behind the shadows, a melody that ruptured beneath the cyclone. everywhere. The crazed are heartless, oblivious that they are not the ones that start this. The chivalrous become insidious and even hideous than pitiful ridicule when I never took it serious.
Somehow the world is turning, the moon stays alight and the sun's still burning. Somehow we're stuck at 3, alone for a night that could last eternity. Somehow the here and now is
Okay. I swear I've heard this song before. Besides, like, actually listening to it on this album, it sounds... I can't tell if it's just my brain saying, oh, well, Tyler, it sounds like words I could say to you. Or something off of the 2 EPs under Restaurant. But it does sound familiar. It might just have a similar chord progression to something familiar. I don't know.
Could it be sort of like the thing I mentioned that it sounds like a mix of everything, so your brain goes, wait, I may have heard this.
Yeah, there's the one song that came out a couple of years ago that sounds exactly like Tom Petty's I Won't Back Down. It's like same chord progression and everything, and I know it was like not intentional. This is getting into songs that sound like other songs. Let's not do that.
Wait a second. There is a part that I believe may be of the Simps.
Okay, let's talk about the S words.
Yes. Once again, I say believe, because I don't know. This is interpretation. Welcome to the wonders of art. Anyhow.
Yeah, right.
Somewhere the crazed and heartless, oblivious that they are not the ones that start this, the chivalrous become hideous, or insidious and even hideous than pitiful ridiculed when I never took it serious. Chivalry. Often associated to knights, which are typically men, nice guys, like to use the whole chivalry thing. By nice guys, I mean in particular the incel type, not genuine nice people. Genuine nice people don't normally call themselves nice.
Yeah.
Or they have a self-confidence, but that's besides the point.
Yep.
Become insidious and even hideous when somebody is sort of flaunting, look at me, I'm so nice to you. It's not, doesn't paint a good picture. Paints an ugly one.
That usually means they're a piece of shit, but that's besides the point.
Yes. Then pitiful and ridiculed when I never took it serious. Just find that interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I agree with
Keep in mind, I'm probably not the best at explaining things right now because my brain is cooking.
begging for a me that I can't allow. But this soul and this sound is everlasting. My world's the last thing on my mind.
Very nice high note.
Wow.
Very nice. Not as nice as Steve Perry on Journey, and no, I didn't minimize it. I stopped it.
Wait a second.
Well, we touched and went our separate ways. What?
Allow me for another moment of, I don't know, interpretation.
Okay.
Somehow the here and now is begging for a me that I can't allow, but this soul and this sound is everlasting. My world's the last thing on my mind. Somehow here and now is begging for me that I can't allow. Maybe they want to be realer with themselves or with other people, but they can't because that jeopardizes restaurant job.
Yeah.
But the soul and the sound is everlasting. Venting through the album, expressing themselves through the album, everlasting. Music never truly dies. There's probably like millions of artists that have, vanished from history completely, but music changes people. Everybody who listens to this in some way, shape, or form will be influenced, even if they hate it. And my world's the last thing on my mind could be how my world, restaurant world, is the last thing personally on their mind, or the inverse. They themselves are no longer on their mind because restaurant world is dominating it.
Yeah. You said something and it brought up a point in my mind. I think that makes a lot of sense, though. I agree with what you said. You brought up a point that my brain completely forgot what to say, but it was... Yeah, I think that really does line up with what they were thinking, though.
Is the point that your brain forgot when I mentioned the somehow here now is begging for a me that I can't allow?
Yeah. Well, oh, yeah, I got the point back now. Thank you.
Yes.
Imagine they go to a restaurant job, get on, right, and just start talking about this on stream. I mean,
Ooh.
just imagine. You're gonna be called, haha, sissy, you have feelings. Sorry, everybody has feelings. No, I mean, you gotta live with that fact. I mean, you either get a, haha, sissy, you have feelings, or bruh, and then they get kicked out, and then they get kicked out of restaurant job, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see that going any other way. I mean, there's the people that care about them as an artist, and obviously will support them. But besides that, I don't see it going any other way.
Personally, I wouldn't mind the cook serving some spicier food for once. Because then, yes, you're right, it would probably end badly. But then they could focus more on what matters to them personally.
Yeah. That's why I liked the Demondice live stream so much.
Yes, granted, I am not them personally. I cannot say how much restaurant job means to them. For all I know, losing restaurant job would be losing what matters to them. I cannot say, because I am not Demondice.
Yeah.
I am a fat 16-year-old in a kitchen.
Yeah, and I'm a slightly fat 16-year-old in their bedroom talking about anime woman who makes songs about their feelings with my best friend.
Yes.
Anyways. Alright.
Albums with the fat boys.
Albums with the large boys.
The chubbos.
Little Chungless and Big Chungus.
Lost in a diamond crusted round inside of a jewelry box mind. I wanna spend some time.
I do think the song is good though.
Yes.
Definitely another lyrical good song. I think that's the end of the song, but
It is.
okay. I was about to say, I've only listened to this album twice.
See, he may not like it
Yeah,
as much as the rest, but he certainly likes it more than us and them.
well, we'll get to that when we make the dark side of
When
the
I feel-
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Which-
I'm gonna just say right now, the that's cringe at the start of this track. Yeah. When I first heard it, I was like, oh no, this is either gonna be really dumb or really cool, and it kind of like really fast.
Oh, can I say something really quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Them questioning if their lyric is too cringe is sort of me and you discussing lyrics.
Is that too cringe, Alexander?
No, it's normally the other way around. I hand you my lyrics and go, is this cringing?
I'm like, yeah, just a little bit, just a little teeny bit. I love the build up.
Yes.
Okay, anyways, let's let it play, and then I'll talk about what I like.
When I feel like dying, then I start rhyming. Is that too cringe?
Yeah.
Fuck it, man, just hit the keys.
Fake ass gold,
That's
also known
badass.
as pyrite.
That's badass right there. Dude, I'm gonna be real. That sounds like something Dr. Dre would have done in his fucking prime. But that's besides the point.
Sounds like a nicely cooked steak.
Nice. Now the choir.
You gotta throw the choir in.
Woo! Alright.
You gotta throw. Okay. Let's talk about the woo. So, there's a woo in one of the songs on Alcatraz. I can't remember which one it is.
Yes.
Woo! Nah. I think it's the song Alcatraz itself. But
Yeah.
when we first listened to Animals by Pink Floyd in Pigs, 3 different ones, Roger goes woo, and we both thought of the Demondice song. So every time I
Yes.
hear her go woo on any of her songs, I'm like, Pigs?
Now
different ones.
Now it's also a running joke between me and him that at any given time we will either recite the lyrics of Alcatraz or lyrics of Pigs and go, woo!
Yeah. this is the best vibing track, though. Oh, I did.
I think I got something. Here we go. Little footsteps immortalized, the history cement. The horror stories come true, unless you got more than intent. You're starting reps are poorly written, there's no way to repent. But thanks to improvising, rising, check how far you done went. You rivals eyes on the prize, you're diving deep to survive that ruthless ocean of constant motion. Of kids with guns reloading, bold and focused, told that most miss. Then for shots, throw in the towel before the magnum opus. The speed of the climb is keeping young minds hopeless. So rhymes are still landmines, the front lines, the war zone, those modern signs. The heart of pennies and dimes and nickels of common sense. If young and searching for more, become a living expense. The world's a nasty place, the happy faces painted on masks.
I just want to say this is one of the best instrumented songs I've heard in a while. You know, typically I don't like rap music, but I mean, Demondice is one of the only rap artists I can listen to because their lyrics are good enough and their beats are good enough.
Yes. May I comment on a few things really quick?
Yeah.
It's gonna become a staple on the channel, I swear to God.
Yeah,
May I comment?
Let's talk about it.
Yes. That could actually be a good quote. Anyway, horror stories come true unless you got more than intent. Maybe once again, my brain cooking itself, but path to hell's paved with good intentions. Horror stories come true unless you got more than intent. We can all have good intentions and do very, very bad things.
Yes.
I've done it. Tyler's done it. Every human on this earth has basically done it, where they meant to do something really good, and then something vile happens.
It's like when you go to make chicken nuggets and you stub your fucking toe.
It's like when you go to eat your McChicken, but then a wasp lands on it, so you shove the whole thing in your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
We'll explain that more at a later date.
We'll explain that when the
Please.
whatever. All right.
Where's the next part that I find interesting?
Oh. Roger Waters.
Bold and focused, told that most miss their first shots, throw in the towel before their magnum opus. The speed of the climb is keeping young minds hopeless. I feel like that could be how sort of the difficulty of the task deters a lot of people who try to get into it and then expect to either be really good off the bat or try to do something really good off the bat, fail, and then feel like they'll never make it, so they just sort of give in before they truly reach their best piece of work.
And I think that goes into the people who fucking complain on Twitter about how, oh, they don't try, they have instant success.
We all try.
Yeah. I mean, that would piss me off as a content creator, because contrary to popular belief, I mean, unless you have a huge platform, automatically every content creator has to build themselves up. I mean, we have one video on this channel right now as of the recording of this, and we have 2 subscribers, which both of them are me.
I thought I was one of them. I'll have to change that.
You might have to be one. You might be.
But yeah, we have a long way to climb, and in all honesty, I'm not even sure if we'll get there. Do I really care? No. I don't need this to become popular. This is just something for us to do as of right now.
No, because we can't hang out at school anymore because I gotta do it from school.
Yes, but it's going to be a lot of work in order to get anywhere. Not even get big, just get larger than we are. You should really see the amount of effort that even the smallest channels put into their work. Maybe they'll give you a bit more respect for the content creators, but this shit is whack.
Yeah.
I had a channel for the longest time, getting 25 subs was a hell.
Yeah, right. I agree.
Before you continue, sorry, I know I am making this video big long.
Yeah.
The hard-earned pennies and dimes and nickels of common sense of youngins searching for more become a living expense. For one, love the comparison of literal money to sense, as in your knowledge about things and your surroundings and such. this is me reaching. I'm going to up and say it. I don't think this is what they mean. But of youngins searching for more becomes a living expense. This applies mostly in America. But you can get your basic education for pretty close to free. After that, big bow buck.
Haha, charade you are.
Yes. Once again, I know that is a reach. I just find it really neat of common sense. Youngin searching for more becomes a living expense, hard-earned pennies, dimes, and nickels. I really like that. For not even the correct meaning.
Yeah. Alright. Let's continue vibing.
And if you say it unironically, the internet laughs. The straight and narrow isn't fair, though got to lose past. But choose to echo myself. The method ain't special, it's math, you know.
Ragged, reckless, what's your wisdom? You had your riches, then you kissed them goodbye. For lies and pyrite skies, rolling dice while never opening up your eyes. Atop this throne of sticks and stones, about 1,000 miles from a hollowed home. I shall thrive, survive, you are alive. Don't let them tell you to make five.
Rejection sensitive, inventive kid who cried she'd make.
I do think if any song could be played on the radio, this is the most radio friendly out of all of them. Agreed?
Yeah. Yeah, because it has sort of that punch without the heavy big vent that Take the Bait and Wanting had. Don't get me wrong, this is
Dark
still
Hour.
venting, but it's not as in your face.
Yeah, I don't think Dark Hour would get radio played out of all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, that song's
Which-
just a little too long because radios barely play songs longer than 3 minutes anymore.
Yeah. And it's also kind of funny that Dark Hour wouldn't get played because they also don't like songs with swears. And Dark Hour is the only one on this album that
Yeah.
does not have a swear.
Alright, let's continue. I just wanted to bring that up.
Yes.
I was defensive, sad, creative, planning every escape. I fled to gutters on the net to vent insatiable hate. Why should it alarm me? Suddenly karma hit me smack in the face. Sure, I was utterly in panic, pretended to wax satanic, and damn it, I almost had it. But granted, life never goes how you planned it. I couldn't stand it, and never could hand it to the only souls emboldening me here on this planet. Mistake after mistake, if I'm the victim, let me take into the spirit. Cheering for me, fear had made me a snake. I put my share of shame to rest, but I chose my own coffin. I should have paid you what I owed you and said thank you more often. God forgive me if the shit outlives me, damn it just might. A rocky less than perfect journey, yeah that's music alright. Still I refuse to lose my foot and we ain't even at halftime. Cause the proof's in what you put in, but it ain't special, it's math, right?
This song's just good.
Yes. I love the take on the traditional saying, proof is in the pudding, because the proof's in what you put in.
Yeah.
Also, a rocky less than perfect journey. Yeah, that's music, alright. Still, I refuse to lose my footing. We ain't even at halftime. Sort of what I went on a tangent about the whole YouTube creation thing, but it applies to literally everything. Drawing, music especially, photography. It's all going to be imperfect. And I believe even later on in the track it mentions there will be mistakes and things that don't go as planned.
Yeah.
Just this to me, right? This to me personally reads like this album's version of You're an Ace Kid. Basically picks you up and goes, get the fuck back in there.
It's kind of like a sequel to It's an Ace Kid. It's like, you know how Dark Side of the Moon is a lot more optimistic than Animals?
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of like that. It's like a slightly less optimistic version of You're an Ace Kid.
Yeah, because You're an Ace Kid's like, go get him, kid. And then this one's like, you're trying to, and you're doubting yourself, but keep going.
Yeah.
And it also sort of has a similar thing with the chorus. I forget if this was in the chorus of You're an Ace Kid.
I have,
Don't let them make you... Hold on. Raise your gaze up to the sky till you're 10 feet tall, because they'd love just to see you convinced you're another brick in the wall.
Just another brick in the wall.
Shush. But both parts, the chorus tells you not to let them do something. That one tells them don't allow them to think you're just in the average, and then this one sort of says, in my mind, don't let them deceive you.
Yeah.
Just ties in nice. God, that he's fucking...
Ragged, reckless, what's your wisdom? You had your riches, then you kissed them goodbye. For lies and pyrite skies, rolling dice will never opening up your eyes. A toughness thrown off sticks and stones, about 1,000 miles from a hollowed home. I shall thrive, survive. You are alive. Don't let them tell you two and two makes five. And there will be mistakes and there will be days of sorrow. No, will be knowing better. There will be a tomorrow. No road is loaded with silver and gold. It's just the treasure that you make for you.
I think that really does, though, tie into what you said about how it really is a sequel to You're an Ace Kid.
Yes.
I think she said that in the live stream. I don't remember. But it really is like a sequel to You're an Ace Kid. I mean, they're both great songs, though, definitely.
And there still be minor villains to kill along the way. You could fill yourself with later, be real, be on your way, cause life's tough. But love, when enough is enough, could be the treasure that you make for you.
In my ears, just hear properly. Where did it go? Where is it? If I think I just heard what I think I did, that was beautiful. Okay. Be real, be on your way. I find that very nice. Basically saying don't let everybody else corrupt you and don't let them write your own story. Still be minor villains to kill along the way. Could fill yourself with hate or be real. That's what it is, actually. Filling yourself with hate will corrupt you as a person. If you let yourself fall to animosity, you're not going to be who you truly are. If you let hate become who you are, you're not who you are. General life advice as somebody who, as Tyler knows, almost fell into that trap. But if you let it corrupt you, you will not succeed, or you will not go far. Which, I know, that's obviously not applicable to everybody. There are some people who have strictly gotten popular due to their viciousness and hate, but it's still not going to be you at the end of the road. It's going to be what you let yourself become.
Yeah.
And to me, the be on your way sort of is like, move past it.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Well, I'm gonna let the end of the rest of the track play here.
Alright.
1,000 miles from a hollowed home, will shot thrive, survive. You are alive. Don't let them tell you two and two makes five. And there will be mistakes and there will be days of sorrow. No, will be no.
Choir's back. Down chorus and the choir's back.
Yes. I mean, that's just smart thinking. I think you'd put the chorus on the end. I don't know. Never mind. That's irrelevant.
Oh, no road is loaded with silver and gold. It's just the treasure that you make for you.
Alright, that's it. That's it. That was an hour and 17 minutes, not counting the however many minutes of me messing up.
Breakdown.
This is the part where we talk about the general consistency on the album. Honestly, it's the best album I've listened to in a while. Not counting, all my prog rock albums, anything by Genesis.
Basically not counting the Floyd.
Not counting anything I have on my record shelf. It's the best album I've listened to that came out in 2022. And it'll probably be the only album I listen to that comes out in 2022. Unless they release something under Restaurant Job. But I think it is a great follow-up to Alcatraz. I think it is a great follow-up to the last two, oh, shit. Oops. Uh-oh. We'll censor that out. We'll censor it out.
I gotta eliminate you now.
I'll censor it out. It's a great follow-up to those two albums, but, I mean, I do think this is a great piece of work, and they obviously put effort into it. When I first saw it, I wish there was more songs, because I've never fully enjoyed an EP that's only like 4 or 5 songs. It's really hard for me to enjoy that.
Tyler is like a woman.
But I mean, I think it's really good. They obviously put effort into it, and I think it was worth the wait. Well, maybe, but they had things going on during those 2 years of not releasing music, so I do believe that...
A lot of what influenced the feelings on this album.
Obviously.
Well, EP, my
EP,
bad.
yeah, not an album. 4 songs. If it wasn't for Restaurant Job, this wouldn't exist, and it is a good piece of music. We related it to Pink Floyd's The Wall a lot because I listened to The Wall God knows how many times now, and it is probably one of my favorite albums ever. But in general, I have to give this album a 4 out of 5 on my scale of... I'm calling it album. 4 out of 5 on my scale of goodness. I really enjoy it. I'm sure if I listen to it more, I'll enjoy the 3rd track more. And that's all I really have to say about this album.
Yes.
Now, Alex, you get your turn to talk about it for 10 more minutes.
Okay. Glad you recognize this is gonna be long-winded. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us get back into what I said about the chorus of Dark Hour and then parts of the song, because I feel it may slightly interconnect. Once again, this could just be my brain going, haha, burn, but... If we scroll back up here, you guys cannot see me scroll, obviously, to the lyrics of the chorus within... Where do it be? Dark Hour. Here we are. Wanna be under wonder spell, lost in a diamond-crusted realm, inside of a jewelry box mine, wanna spend some time. Pay mostly attention to the diamond-crusted realm, because if we go to the ending of the song here, no road is loaded with silver and gold. It's just the treasure that you make for you. I still think that's a pretty neat parallel. Even if unintentional, even if I'm a bit loopy, I still think that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments about it?
I don't. I'm trying to keep quiet during your final thoughts on the album.
Yes, this is Final Thoughts, isn't it?
Yes.
All in all, I personally love this album.
Just
Every single track. What?
You said all in all.
Huh?
You said all in all, and I said it's just another brick in the wall.
I swear, you and I bickering about the wall is going to be Zen and Lumo bickering about we live in a society. Anyway.
The wall video is going to be 2 hours.
It is. Probably 3, actually. Speaking of we live in a society,
this album was a little bit on the we live in a society scale.
yes, and in fact, I believe it's mentioned in the lyrics of the album itself. If you say it unironically, people will laugh.
I don't want to say it's true because then I get called cringe, but it is. We live in a society, you know.
Batman.
Man.
It appears we live in a society.
You get what you...
Joker, you're cringe. Shut up, Batman. You're the one in the bat suit.
Okay, we need to stop.
But, yes. Back to the final thoughts on this album. I love every single track. I think my favorite has to be Take the Bait. Just love how fiery it is.
An excellent vent track.
Yes, I love how fiery it is. I love how it mentions that she does appreciate while it has, while also calling out the fact that she's still human, while also calling out basically every reason the album is being made in the first place, while also sounding good, while also not feeling like Book. Tyler knows what Book is. It's just so damn nice. It also calls out the fact that even though they're famous and have a platform, they still have a right to feel things. which they do. They really do.
Yeah.
And here's something a little bit charged to say within the first video, technically second. If any of you out there in the audience thinks that a creator does not have the right to feel due to their platform, grow a fucking pair. With that out of the way, I do believe we can end the video now.
Alright, so I'm gonna end this on, this was really fun to do. It did take an hour and 25 minutes to record.
We promise the wall will be more collected.
Yes,
we promise.
We promise. But
If it is not, I will pay each of you individually 20 cents, which is just me, Tyler, and Tyler again.
40 cents, let's go. Yeah, but I just want to, if anybody does watch this, I want to thank you if you made it this far in this video. This was, really fun to do, and, the wall video, we're working on it. It's coming. We might put out another one before the wall video, because it is a behemoth of an album. 26 songs. This was
It's gonna be bigger than I am.
Yeah. Alright, well, thank you everybody for watching. If you could drop a like and get us in the algorithm, that would be really awesome, because we really would love to have a platform to talk about these things. Alright.
I'd love to be called, ist against the balds for pulling out a strand of my hair. Make it happen, guys. It relies on
Get
you.
Alex canceled.
Get me canceled. That is my challenge to you all.
Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you all in the next probably review of Alcatraz.
Yes. Also, Tyler, before you end this really quick.
What?
Thanks for having me on, homie.
Oh yeah, you're all good, Chief. You weren't even intended. This was supposed to be a solo project. I was like, Alex is funny.
I hope I am.
Alright, well thanks everybody, and I'll see y'all later.